Imagine you are at a restaurant, you place your order, and instead of awkwardly standing at the kitchen door, the chef runs over to your table the second your food is ready. No waiting, no constant checking. That's exactly how webhooks work in the world of APIs. They call you back when there's news. Today, we'll break down webhooks, what they are, why developers love them, and real world examples you have already used without even realizing it. Before webhooks, apps relied on something called polling. Imagine you keep poking the server every few seconds, asking anything new, anything new. The server usually replies, nope, still the same. And you waste time, bandwidth, and processing power. Polling is like checking your mailbox every single minute. You keep opening it and nothing, over and over again. Instead of waiting for the postman, you're exhausting yourself with constant checks. This worked, but it's inefficient, especially when data doesn't change often. A webhook flips that model completely. Instead of you calling the server calls you when something actually happens. Think of it as the postman delivering the letter straight to your door. No wasted effort, no constant checking. You only get a knock when there's real news. Webhooks are event driven. A payment goes through, you get an instant update. A new commit is pushed to your repository, your system is notified immediately. It's like APIs with a sense of urgency. You might not know it, but you interact with webhooks all the time. Stripe uses webhooks to notify businesses the second a payment is confirmed. No one has to refresh the page. GitHub relies on webhooks to trigger automated builds in CI CD pipelines whenever code is pushed. Slack bots listen for webhooks so that events like a new sign up on your website instantly post into your team's channel. All of this happens in real time. You don't keep asking the system if something new. The system reaches out to you the moment it happens. So, why are webhooks so popular? The pros are clear. They are real time, no delays. They save resources since you are not hammering the server with requests. And they scale well, perfect for systems that handle thousands of events per minute. But like everything in tech, webhooks come with trade offs. You need a public endpoint where the server can send data. That means your app has to be accessible online. Security matters. Anyone could try sending fake requests, so you need validation like secret keys or signatures. And finally, webhooks rely on the sender. If the system fails to send, you might miss events unless retries are building. Here's how you actually use a webhook. Step 1. You give the service a URL, your app's listening endpoint. Step 2. When an event happens, the service sends an HTTP post request to that URL. Step 3. Inside the request body, you get a JSON payload with the event details. It's like giving a delivery driver your address when the package is ready. They know exactly where to bring it. So, when should you use webhooks? Perfect for payments, notification, messages, or system events. Anything that depends on real time updates. But don't use them when you always need fresh data on demand, like fetching a user's profile, checking product prices, or getting today's weather. That's still the job of APIs. Think of it this way: APIs are like you dialing the phone to ask for info. Webhooks are when the server dials you because something important just happened. To recap, APIs are like you calling the server, webhooks are when the server calls you back. They are efficient, real time, and the backbone of modern integrations. In our next episode, we'll explore OAuth, the magic behind those login with Google or Facebook. Subscribe for more videos.